Next on the programme tonight, an email that we got from a lady called Olivia. I want to read it to you again, and here's what she says. I don't know if you've talked about this before, but it's really getting in on me. I'm a normal-looking girl, 22 and single. When I go out with my friends, it seems that guys are only interested in the really skinny girls with the blonde hair and the long legs, wearing short dresses, showing off their skinny bodies and their fake tan. While those of us who choose not to look like that aren't good enough for men. Why are men so shallow? Do men not want to get to know a woman for who she is? They only want women with perfect bodies and with all their bodies showing off. Thanks for reading this. By the way, if I want a boyfriend, do I have to stop eating, get skinny and dress like a Barbie doll? And that's from a lady called Olivia. And I'd like to hear from you. 6797104 is our telephone number. 6797104 is our number. Martin, you're on FM104. How are you, Martin?
Hey, Adrian.
Now, you agree, Martin, that men are extremely shallow?
Yeah, like you see in a night out, like most lads, they go straight for the girls with the long legs, you know? But, like, I think girls have a role to play in it as well, you know? You see these skinny girls and they think they're God's gift, you know? They look down on the fat girls.
Yeah, I would actually agree with you. Yeah, I would agree with you that there's this almost rivalry. Oh, he's getting cut off. There's this almost rivalry between the skinny, good-looking girls, and they do look down their nose, worse than men, actually, on women who don't have the long legs and the size 10 figure. James, you're on FM 104. How are you, James?
Hey, Adrian, you alright?
You're guilty of being one of these shallow men.
Yeah, if I'm guilty as charged as being a shallow man, right? Because why would you bother wasting your time going after a big fat thing when you have a look around the nightclub?
Well, here, we're not.
Here,
a big fat thing. Seriously, you're talking about human beings, for God's sake.
I know, but look, if they're that worried about their appearance, why don't they go to a gym and why don't they do something about themselves or wear something sexy? When I'm out in a nightclub, when I'm out in a nightclub and I have done in the past, you're going to look around and scope out what's going on. So if that makes me shallow because I go only for the good looking, the best of the crop, you get me? I'm not going to go on a second date and bring some overweight person to a butcher's so she can get her ghibli bits chopped off. You know what I mean? They need to look at themselves and say, why are they always supposedly being the victims of all this? Well, they're not. Just jealous. Why don't they go into a gym and snap out that little buzz they're on?
Okay, so stop feeling sorry for yourself and go and try and look like the other girls. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Why don't you get over yourselves?
Okay, so this lady, Olivia, she says, by the way, if I want a boyfriend, do I have to stop eating, get skinny and dress like a Barbie doll? Are you saying, yes, you do?
Yeah, but it's not, you know what, it's all about what you eat and what you do with your lifestyle, your exercise and whatever like that. These overweight women who come on here looking for the sympathy card saying, oh, I'm overweight, and why is it always my best friends? If there's three girls that go out in a nightclub, it's always the nice looking girls that get chatted up. It's never the fat one. Do you know what I mean? But you know what, here's another little trick, Adrian.
So what are you saying to Olivia? It's your own fault, Olivia?
For no fault, yeah, snap out your little buzz and do something about your...
But is she saying men are just so shallow and you're saying tough?
Tough luck, yeah. Get a grip and get a ladder and get over yourself, will you? And if you care that much about your appearance, why don't you do something about it instead of ringing up a phone show trying to say, oh, it's always the good-looking fellas and it's the men. Let me say, it's the men that are shallow. It's not, you're obviously the male. The alpha dog is always going to go after the best looking out of the bunch, and it's always, oh, poor me, because I'm fat, I don't get any men.
Okay, so what you're saying is, stop giving out about it, do something about it instead. Is that what you're saying?
Crying about it, like, get over yourself.
Okay, so she says in her email, this is Olivia, she says, if I want a boyfriend, do I have to stop eating, get skinny and dress like a Barbie doll?
Exactly, yeah. That's what it's a start. It's a start.
Right, so start looking after your appearance instead of moaning about men.
Yeah, look, Adrian, do you ever see some of the overweight women that go around with G-strings up and then, or their jeans that they're wearing, the flab is falling out over it. They're trying to be somebody that they're not. Why don't they just try and be someone who they are and take steps to ensure that they do look a little bit better? And then 3 months down the line, maybe people like me will turn around and chat them up instead of just being some sort of a loser in the background, crying over all my best friends every time we go to a nightclub. They always get chatted up. Why don't I get chatted up? I tell you why you don't get chatted up, because you look ridiculous. You do when your clothes are about, if you're trying to fit into a size 12 when you're a size 16 or something. Who on earth would chat someone up like that?
All right, stay there for 1 second. Becky, if you're listening, can you call us back? You gave the lads the wrong number on the switch there, if you don't mind, please. Becky, who was on to us a moment ago, will you give the lads a call back, please? Because you gave us the wrong number. Now, okay, so what you're saying to me is you make no apologies for being shallow, for only going for looks. That's what men do. Or the alpha dog, as you said. That's what men do.
That's exactly what we do. We go to nightclubs, we hunt down the best looking girls that are out there. Sometimes they're blonde, sometimes they're brunette. Who cares? But once they have a nice figure, a size 10, maybe even a size 12, that's as far as I go. Anything over a size 12, I'm not interested.
Now, you know and I know, listening to this, that women listening right now are just going to flip at what you're saying. Are just going to freak at what you're saying.
Bring them on. It's always the girls that are going to ring up now that are slightly overweight or that are overweight that they're actually delusional. They think they look good in clothes that are about 2 or 3 sizes smaller than them, and then they go out, they're walking up a Connell Street and their belly's falling over their jeans and their jeans are halfway around their arse and they think they look sexy. They don't look sexy. They look ridiculous. They do.
Okay, stay there for 1 second. Ciara, you're on FM104. How are you, Ciara?
Hi, Adrian.
Now, you're saying you agree with what this lady is saying in her email, that it's not as easy to get attention when you're not one of these kind of Barbie girls that she's talking about.
Well, it's not as easy, but it's not impossible. Like, I get plenty of attention when I'm out in nightclubs, and so do my friends, and so does my best friend. And neither of us are skinny little Barbie girls. I'm size 16, she's size 14. We both
And that wouldn't interest you now, James? No, size 16, no way. Hello, James.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go for a girl size 16, no?
I would in my left testicle. I wouldn't even look at her. Do you know what I mean? Why should I go out with a woman who has an arse the length of Christmas? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not even natural. They're only fooling themselves out there trying to say they look good. A size 16, I wouldn't go over a size 12. That's my limit. A size 12 is my limit, Adrian.
Okay, stay there for 1 second. Alan, you're on FM104. How are you, Alan?
How you doing, Adrian?
Good, Alan. Now, what do you want to say on this?
Well, Jimmy is his name?
James.
James, yeah, James. Early, he's telling some of the truth. The guys, but you have to remember, Adrian, that, men have been conditioned, and I put a lot of the blame on Rupert Murdoch and page 3 of The Sun, where they featured girls who were petite and good looking and big boobs and all of that, and men are conditioned to go after the good looking girls. But the problem is, once they get them, and they do get them, then it's the guys who swill beer and lager and eat chips and sit watching soccer and sports and all of that, and the girls dump them then, and they go off with, and then the guys get their heads wrecked because the good-looking girl has gone off with some other guy, maybe the guy next door. So it's a conditioning that we've been led into mostly by glamour magazines and these sort of red tops, that the rags.
Okay, so you're saying that men are conditioned, but it's not their fault.
I think it's not, no, because it's, we've had over 30 years of page 3 girls. As soon as Rupert Murdoch took over The Sun, the page 3 girls appeared in it, So, when guys go out and they want to get the girl who's going to, they can show her off. It's the prize. So they're not going to go for overweight or obese or girls. They're going to go for the good-looking ones, and they're going to show her off to their friends and everyone else and their family, and so because that's the way men have been conditioned.
Okay, that's the way men have been conditioned. Caroline, you're on FM104. How are you, Caroline?
Hi, Adrian. How you doing? I totally disagree with your man saying that they're conditioned for a start. You could meet a girl that is overweight or whatever the scenario is there, and she could have the best personality. I just think they limit.
But there you go, James. She mightn't look as gorgeously drop-dead sexy as the next girl, but she has a nicer personality.
Adrian, I couldn't care if this woman was Sarah Palin or something, or Hillary Clinton. I couldn't care what personality she has. We're not talking about personalities. We're talking about looks. That girl, Caroline, you were saying, she might be 16 stone, but she's the nicest person you ever meet in your life. I wouldn't meet her in any nightclub. She's not my first choice.
But then, can I say something to you?
What?
You're the one with the fucking problem, not the girl.
Problem?
Yeah, you're the one with the problem, not the girl that's overweight and doesn't look up to your standards. At the end of the day, in my opinion, you're the one with the problem.
We're talking about men's standards. I know you got on to say
you go out for the big blonde and the big slim woman and the model look, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't give a shit. She could be the worstest woman on two legs walking. That will destroy your life tomorrow. Hang on, listen to me, right? Listen to me, right? No, because you're not going to argue, because that's the truth. That's the truth. It doesn't matter. Any overweight girl or whatever weight she is, right? At the end of the day, if you're not going to go out of your way to whatever, right, to meet up with her, whatever, right, that's your fucking problem, mate, right? Not her.
There is a problem.
Right, and you're being very opinionated tonight on the phone. You're being very opinionated. Sorry? What are you, a 10-foot guy with 20 muscles, are you?
No, I don't even have a six-pack. What do you want about, you bleeding professional weirdo? What are you talking about?
Professional weirdo? I'm not a professional weirdo. Come in and tell you, I'm putting the facts down tonight, okay? There's girls over there, There's girls out there overweight, and they're the best-looking women walking on two legs.
Okay, so if they are, as you say, the best-looking women on two legs, why are they not getting attention, according to what Olivia said to me? Why are they not?
Because you did your answer, Adrian. He just gave it to you there on the phone tonight. My opinion is that that's what most blokes go for today, looks, They don't look deeper into the girl or personality, nothing like that anymore. That's just the way it's gone. It's all like looks, the way a girl looks today, how she dresses, etc. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, But it's just...
And is it men's fault that women are doing this, or is it women's own fault that they're all trying to look gorgeous or whatever?
They're all trying to be something that they're not, at the end of the day. That's my opinion. So why be...
But are they doing it because men want it, or are they doing it because...
No, the women are doing it because it's something that they want to be. They want to be something like that they're not. Do you understand what I mean? Like, something out of a magazine, as that chap was explaining earlier, But at the end of the day, you can't be something that you're not. That chap that's on the phone, James, he's saying, he'd rather go for the girl that has blonde hair, skinny, whatever, etc., etc. At the end of the day, what if she turned out to be not? I'm talking about personality-wise, not to be the right person for him. What's he going to do in 40 years' time if he's with that girl and her hair starts falling out from too many dyes and her false fucking tan, she can't keep up with it, etc., etc. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? You can't be something you're not.
All right, stay there for 1 second. 6797104 is our telephone number. I'd like to hear from you on this. Where am I going? Becky, you're on FM104. How are you, Becky?
How's it going?
Grand, thanks, Becky. Now, what did you want to say on this?
All right, well, basically, right, I sort of don't agree with what that girl said there, because in my opinion, I think girls are doing it because they're insecure and they think that's what men want, when realistically, I have a lot of guy friends, and any time we speak about these things, they say, like, after they see them with their makeup off, they're sort of like, whoa, who is this girl, you know what I mean? And then they get to know them and they don't really have a personality, and it's not their fault, you know what I mean? They do it because it makes them feel good, and that's their opinion, and that's
okay, but once they get to know these girls, they're nothing but plastic, basically.
No, it's not that. They're human beings. They have a heart and they feelings, and that's why they're doing what they're doing, because they're reading these magazines and they're taking in what their magazines are trying to tell them that men want. And because the women are doing it, men are like, okay, well, this is what we should want. And then they're sort of embarrassed to go for the natural girl next door look, because all their friends are going out with the Barbie type.
Right, so, do you blame them? I mean, this lady is blaming men. She's saying that it is men's fault.
Well, you see, this is the thing, you can't blame anybody. It's just a vicious circle. You know, it's just everybody's doing what they think they should be doing. It's sort of like a facade they have to keep up with. And realistically, when you do look in, like I'm 20, and in about 10 years from now, any of the girls that are like myself who just do whatever they do, play their PlayStation, go their daily lives, and keep themselves groomed now, not get me wrong, like, you know, get their eyebrows plucked, get their nails done, whatever, throw a bit of fake tan on a special occasion, that's fine for it.
Okay, somebody texted in a second ago to say the girls dressing up with the tan, the nails, the whole 9 yards, do it for male attention. Would you agree with that? Even though a lot of women would claim they don't. Is that what they're doing it for?
No, they're doing it for themselves.
Is that really true?
Well, it depends on the situation. It depends on the personality. It depends who they are, what they feel, and what they've gone through in their life to make them feel that they have to put on this amount of foundation to hide their inner beauty. Like, you know what I mean? They shouldn't have to hide their inner beauty. Like, they should just flaunt what God gave them. And fair enough, a few touches or whatever up here and there, get their hair cut, do this, do that, whatever. But girls are dyeing their hair pink and purple at this stage. It's like looking at a rainbow around town.
Okay, stay there for a second. Christine, you're on FM104. How are you, Christine?
I'm very good. Good evening to you guys.
Now, what did you want to say, Christine?
No, I just wanted to agree with James because I heard a conversation that was going on about the girls who looked ridiculous. They dress up with those funny dresses, skirts, and being overweight, and instead of like having a nice skirt and nice dress and kind of, I'm not saying hide their overweightness, but like think about it. And you know, I was saying about guys.
Okay, so this girl in her email says, if I want to get a boyfriend, do I have to stop eating, get skinny, and dress like a Barbie doll?
But I tell you that every guy, any guy who wants to meet a girl, he wants to have a healthy girl. Obesity is not healthy. I was size 12, and I could not fall asleep without a thing that, oh my God, tomorrow I'm going to wake up, I'm not going to feel good, I'm not going to feel fine, and I lost weight.
Jesus, size 12 is hardly huge now.
Exactly, but that's overweight. My BMI wasn't right, my BMI was 34. And I said, no, I want to be healthy. I didn't think about losing weight and being a Barbie girl. Fake tan, this is very bad for your skin, this is very bad for your pores, I would never do that. I'm talking about the girls who are making something. One of the ladies was saying as well, they doing something, they're trying to be someone they are not. I agree with that. But like being obese, it's not even like being fat and ugly.
Well, this girl doesn't say anything about being fat. What she says in her email is, it seems that guys are only interested in the really skinny girls with the blonde hair and the long legs, wearing short dresses and showing off their skinny bodies.
But that's what I'm saying. That's health.
Okay, but why?
I'm not saying about anorectic girls, but I'm saying about healthy size.
So that's a healthy look, is that what you're saying?
Of course, exactly. That's what I'm looking, because unhealthy looks ridiculous. When they have loads of fake tan, extensions that are falling off, this is bad for your health, this is bad for your hair is going to fall with your extensions, the same eyelashes. I know loads of girls that have half eyelashes on their eyes because after all those fake eyelashes, fake stuff, they falling off. The same as pores and skin. It's all terrible, and it's when they're 18 or 20. Think about 30. When he going to marry her at age 30, he'd be embarrassed to introduce her to his friends.
Well, stay there for 1 second, because Lauren, you're on FM104. How are you, Lauren?
Hi.
Now, Lauren, it says on my screen here, starving yourself at the moment for Ibiza in a few months because you know what men are like.
Oh, definitely. Like my boyfriend, he doesn't actually let me eat a lot.
He doesn't let you eat a lot?
No, because he told me that he'll bring me to Ibiza for my birthday, but once I'm skinny. He said I have to look good in a bikini or else I'm not allowed to go.
It's not even look good, it's be healthy.
I don't care about being healthy. I don't care about being healthy. Once I look good, I don't give a shite.
Yeah, but she can't...
okay, but what is look good in your opinion?
Like, tanned, skinny, big lips, that's it.
Tanned, skinny, big lips, that's it.
Long fake hair.
Long fake hair?
Fake nails, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's fake. I'm against that. I don't think guys like that, honestly.
Well, I guarantee
it could be young guys. Yeah, could be young guys. Sorry for interrupting you, but I think it's young guys, the young generation. But when the guys...
Well, that's exactly what this lady was talking about. This girl's 22, and basically what she's saying is she can't get a look in from any blokes. She's not getting a look in at all.
Me? I have loads of
No. The lady who sent me the email in the first place. She's not getting a look in at all.
Oh.
No, she doesn't say she's fat or anything. She says that...
Maybe she just needs to, like, go on the sunbeds, do a few slimmers, and then she'll be grand, she'll get loads of blokes. Maybe she just looks a bit pudgy now or something, I don't know.
So you reckon that that's what men want? Girls who are on the slimmers, as you just said. If you've got the fake hair, the fake nails, the whole 9 yards. The way you're going to be before you go to Ibiza.
That's all it's about nowadays, being skinny.
That's all it's, and that's your whole motivation in life, is it?
Yeah, like, see, when I go out the weekend or anything, I wouldn't touch a drink, too many calories. I do a few drugs now, be quite honest, and I have a glass of water, and that's it. I have a great night. I don't remember the night now, but it's a fucking great night.
Right.
And I look great, by the way. I look great on my night out.
Yeah, you look great.
I'm thinking about you doing drugs and you're on a regular.
You see, no matter how great you look, I wouldn't piss on you if you're taking drugs on the night out. But
I'm talking about healthy, and I'm talking about obesity or those fake stuff, the fake nails and fake tan. That's all. After 10 years, look at the guys 30, 35. That's what, like, girls are looking to.
But my boyfriend is actually 36.
And he's looking at you, and he's happy with your tan, that it stinks, and all your bed sheets and your clothes and eyewear.
Tan doesn't stink. Sorry, I do sunbeds. I wouldn't wear fake tan.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, sunbed, I don't mind either because that's good for your skin. Like, if I do this one,
sunbeds are good for your skin.
I have problems.
I'm sure there's some experts would argue with you, but anyway, that's not what we're talking about now. Okay, so Lauren, your thing is you want to look good, and being skinny and being everything you just described is good.
Yeah.
Tracy, you wanted to talk to Lauren, did you?
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, fucking starving herself and all. Jesus Christ, what's the worst of it to know?
Yeah, she's starving herself so she looks good for Ibiza.
Yeah, Ibiza.
I don't know what you'd...
Jeremy, come in, Adrian, come in, I tell you, right? I've been out in nightclubs, right? And I have no problem. I'm tall and I have black hair, and I have no problem with lads coming up to chat me up. And trust me, I ain't no size 12.
What size are you?
What size are you, Tracy?
I'm a size 14.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit heavy.
No, it's not heavy. Come in, I tell you, we all don't have the fucking same issues as you do if you want to go around looking like a fucking Barbie doll.
I look great, there's no issues there.
No, come in, I tell you, what you doing starving yourself now? You'd want to cop onto life, love.
No, I don't know what you'd consider starving yourself. Like, I'd have like 2 or 3 crackers a day with some... And
especially a fella telling you to starve yourself. Come in, I tell you, I dump him straight away.
I know, he loves me.
He loves you. If he loves you, why is he telling you to starve yourself?
Because that's what he just likes. He likes not a nice skinny girl, and that's what I like.
Come in, I tell you, love, you'd want to cop onto life. You'd really want to grow up.
But hang on, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Tracy. Whether you like it or not, what age are you, Lauren?
23.
23. She's a young one like every other young one, not every other young one, but a lot of young ones of her age that wants to look good. And she is going to look good when she goes to Ibiza if it kills her.
Well, it probably will end up killing her. Come here, Adrian, I have a lot of respect for you and your show, but people starving themselves for that fella. Come on now. Seriously, she'd want to get with fucking life.
I do it for myself as well, though. It's not just all me fella, but me fella just said he won't let me go to Ibiza if I don't look nice and skinny.
But what are you in a relationship for? Come in, I tell you, I eat breakfast, dinner and tea like anybody else, and if a fella start telling me to starve myself, I'd kick him out the door so fast he wouldn't know what hit him.
Well, it's not even just me fella. I like it. I like the way I am, and I wouldn't want to eat any more than that. I think it's a bit...
Okay, so let me ask you this, Lauren. Do you think that men are completely shallow, like this girl says, or is it that they just want good-looking women?
No, they're not shallow at all. Sure, my boyfriend's on a diet as well. Like, he has a lovely six-pack and everything.
Right, stay there for a second, Lauren. Let me go to Christy. You're on FM104. How are you, Christy?
Happy, Adrian.
Now, what did you want to say on this?
Well, I just thought James' point now was fucking out of order altogether. Sorry, BBC the language now.
He was basically saying that he only goes for good-looking women, simple as.
Yeah, big time.
But what's so wrong in saying that?
Well, like, hold on.
I mean, what's so tragic about what he said?
Well, what to finish with that?
Hello, Christy. What's so tragically wrong in what he said?
He said that, like, everyone that's going out is looking for the one thing on the night, which is fine women with fake tan, the whole lot.
That's what he said. That's the sort of woman he wants, yeah.
That's what he wants. Now, fair enough, opinions, you know yourself, opinions are like...
Our souls, everyone has one, yeah.
Everyone has one. Right, that's fair enough. But I think he's wrong all the same. You know, it's a very narrow-minded view. When you go out, you talk to someone, get to know who they are, see what they're like. You know, you have to give everyone a chance, like.
Okay, so you don't pick women based on purely on their looks.
That's all. No.
Okay, all right. Line 1 is Stephen. You're on FM104. How are you, Stephen?
How's it going, Adrian?
Grand, thanks, Stephen. Now, you're prepared to put your hands up in the air and admit that you're shallow, that you only go for good-looking women.
Adrian, there's not a hope in hell I would go for anything over size 12. No way.
Not a hope in hell?
Not a hope in hell.
So what, you wouldn't even give a girl the opportunity to talk to you?
No way.
You wouldn't get to know her lovely personality and all that?
No. The girl next door look is gone, Adrian. It's all about blonde, lovely legs, nice arse. You can't be bringing Wales back to Mammy and Daddy, you know?
Well, yeah, do you think Mammy and Daddy would care, do you?
Yeah.
So you only go for somebody like Lauren here?
Yeah, he's right.
Is that the Barbie, yeah?
Well, I don't know if she's a
I'm
Barbie.
not Barbie. I have long brown hair.
She's long brown hair.
Yes, I'm not like a little skinny blonde, but I'm a skinny brunette.
I'd have to say her now, like, I wouldn't be going for the likes of Tracy, you know?
Why, what's wrong with Tracy?
No, I wouldn't go for Tracy.
Really, I tell you.
Tracy.
You're wrong, like.
No, Tracy said she was a size 14.
Oh, what's wrong with being a size 14? At least I'm not a fucking size 20 or a 22. Come in, I tell you, look.
Tracy, you listen to me. Your mouth is a size 20. It's about time you got yourself a reality check.
Come in, I tell you, who the fuck do you think you are? Sorry for cursing, Adrian. Who the fuck do you think you are? Come in, I tell you, I'm telling you what, you see, I'm telling you what, I'd light you up a fucking ballroom, and if I see...
No, you're telling me nothing. If I walk into a nightclub, I'm perfectly entitled to pick what girl I want, when I want.
I guarantee you wouldn't pick the size for
right.
What?
That's your right to do that. That's your right. But come in, I tell you, fucking blondes and all aren't all that, neither. When you take that makeup and all off at the end of the night, trust me.
Get the right one on the air, all that.
Come in, I tell you, you go to fucking lap dancing clubs to pick up a boat.
No. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a girl looking after herself.
I do look after myself, trust me, I do.
Tracy?
Yeah?
Would you not rather be a little bit skinnier?
Come in, I tell you, if I could, I would tomorrow. I had surgery on my stomach a few weeks ago, okay? And I was told by a doctor, a professional, that I will never lose the weight because of the operation I had. I'm a size 14, and that's the size I will stay for the rest of my natural life.
Okay, but Tracy, I want to just go back to the point that Stephen is making here. It's his right to go for skinny, good-looking girls if that's what he wants to do.
Well, that's up to him at the end of the day.
Yeah, but why are people condemning blokes for what, for that being their choice? And this is the point you were making, Stephen, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the sort of woman you like to go for, end of.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a chap wanting to go for a gorgeous-looking girl in a nightclub. Why the hell? If I walk into a nightclub and I see some hippo on the left and a gorgeous little blonde on the right, there's absolutely no way I'm going over and even embarking on a conversation with the whale.
You see, Tracy, I'm not defending what he's saying, but the reality of it is that's how men are.
Yeah.
Not all men.
No, man, come in and talk. I was out a few weeks ago, as I said, and I walked into a nightclub, and I do have plans, had a friend, and I was the only person in the nightclub that was getting chatted up. And like gobshites.
No, I'm not having any of that.
Come in, I tell you, trust me, I'm not lying here. I was out and I got chatted up by a nice looking fella, and he had no interest in the blondes, the two girls that were sitting beside me, and they were wearing short little mini skates all done up to the eyeballs, and there I am with a bit of makeup and a nice...
And they only wanted to talk to you, Tracy.
He did only want...
Well, they should have went to Specsavers, that's what I say.
Stay there for a second. Jessie.
Yeah.
How are you, Jessie?
I'm grand, thanks.
Now, Jessie, this conversation isn't necessarily, and I want to make this clear, because this isn't necessarily about weight. It's about appearance.
Everyone else is making it about weight.
Yeah, no, and it's not about weight, in fairness. Because the girl who brought it up in the first place wasn't necessarily talking about weight. She was talking about girls with their blonde hair and their long legs and their short dresses showing off their skinny bodies. But she's not necessarily talking about weight because she didn't say how big or small she is. But what did you want to say on this anyway, Jessie?
That, like, people shouldn't have to judge someone on their weight. Why does it matter? Like,
in theory, it shouldn't matter, except, although Stephen was saying and other people were saying, that men, in fact it was a girl who said it, men want a healthy-looking girl.
Yeah, but, like, would you rather someone that has curves? Like I said, look at Marilyn Monroe and look at Betty Page. They were women and they were gorgeous. They were both curvy. You don't want someone that looks like a skeleton, like, with their skin fucking hanging off them, like.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest, my personal preference is for a curvy woman, and not a big, huge woman, but a curvy woman, yeah. But you see, my point is, if Stephen and people like him don't want that, they want a girl in high heels and a short skirt and her tits hanging out and the blonde hair and the fake tan and lovely nails and just looking stunning. What's wrong with that?
Well, obviously they just want their whole.
There you are, Stephen. That's all you're looking for.
No. She could be a lovely girl as well. Like, I'm just saying, if we're just strictly going on appearances, I wouldn't be going for any overweight women at all.
You're size 16, Jessie, are you?
Yeah.
Mind you, again, this conversation isn't necessarily to do with weight. And when you go out on a night out, do you get a look in from fellas?
Well, I don't really need that. I have a boyfriend, but I've been out before and, like, obviously, like, I've talked to people. I'm not a hermit. Like, just because I'm slightly overweight, I can carry conversations with people.
So where's this girl then? Where is this girl, Olivia, who sent me the email in the first place? Where's she coming from then? She's saying she just isn't getting a look in with fellas at all.
I can totally relate to that, because obviously everyone in their life has gone through that stage. And it's because of people who are like, oh, you know, blonde hair and big tits and blah, 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 and all that shite. Like, you don't need it.
Lauren, are you still there?
Yeah, I am. I'm just listening to all the crap being talk. I look great. I don't care.
Well, that's good for you. That's really nice, like, but I couldn't give a bollocks.
Right, well, what are you doing on the line?
You couldn't give a damn about how you look? Is that what you're saying, Jessie?
No, I couldn't give a damn about, oh, I'm not healthy, but I want to look good about myself, and all other shite. You shouldn't have to feel that way.
Jesus, Jessie.
Shut up. Seriously.
This is what we're talking about.
Shut up and grow up.
You should have.
You're older than me.
You should have. You're size 16. God, you look terrible.
I look terrible. Have you ever seen me? No, you haven't. So shut your fucking mouth, darling.
You ate all the pie.
Here, girl, seriously. Kieran.
You're talking to a child like that.
Hello.
Kieran, it's Lauren you wanted to talk to, is it?
Yeah, it's Lauren, yeah.
Yeah, off you go there, Kieran.
Lauren, do you know what, Lauren?
What?
Hello?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Lauren, you're a fucking sap.
I'm not.
You're a sap, you are.
I may be a sap, but I'm a skinny sap.
No, do you know what? You let your boyfriend tell you what you eat. You're a sap.
I don't let him tell me, like, he helps me out and says, like,
helps you out?
Yeah, he says, like, get that out of your hand.
So you must be like a matchstick with brown hair.
I wouldn't say a matchstick. I'm a bit...
You're the one that would want to get a reality check.
No.
I'll tell you, you're a fucking arsehole. You're going on now, you're there, I want to go to Ibiza and all that.
Yeah, it's a big competition.
If you were to go to Ibiza, man, the fucking seagulls would land on you and fucking shit on you.
Why would they do that now?
Because you're probably like skin and bone, are you?
Well, she wants to be.
Why would they go land on skin and bone?
She wants to be skin and bone. She wants to be, not have a pick on her when she's going to Ibiza in the summer.
Because she eats 3 crackers a day.
And just steamed veg.
You'd want to get a fucking stew injection into your love.
Well, I think
Kieran, are men all shallow? Why can't this girl who sent me the email not get a look in?
She's probably not trying hard enough, Adrian.
And she's fat, Adrian, that's all.
It's not all about the weight, love.
It is, that's all it's about.
Well, Jessie, that's all it's about. That's all men want is skinny women.
Men want the skinny women, obviously. Obviously, I'm wrong.
Do you ever see any fat girls walking around Ibiza in their bikinis? No, because they get fucking fucked off the island.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if someone fucked you off the fucking island, you gobshite.
I wouldn't be able to lift you, so I wouldn't say I'd be able to fuck you off it.
Fuck off.
Here. Both of you. Seriously. Where am I going now? No, Kieran, are you still there?
I am, yeah.
You obviously find women like Lauren repulsive, do you?
Yeah, she must be a matchstick, man.
I'm matchstick.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Turn the radio down, Kieran, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I am there, yeah.
Turn the radio down.
A size 6 isn't a matchstick, Kieran.
Is that what size you are, Lauren?
Yeah, well, I'm a
6 is it. You should have been a jockey.
Yeah, but see, before Ibiza comes up, like, I'm not doing it now, but before Ibiza comes up, I'm going to whack the slimmers out of it.
But you should have been running a fucking Cheltenham. You should have been a jockey, man.
Why?
Because you're a size 6, man.
No, I wouldn't get on a horse. That'd be a bad.
I probably wouldn't piss on you if you were on fucking fire, love.
I don't think she wants you to.
Actually, I wouldn't want you to actually piss on me.
No, I'm sure you wouldn't. Stay there for a second. Let me just bring in one or two more calls. Line 1, Frank, you're on FM104. How are you, Frank?
Hi, Adrian. How you doing?
Now, Frank, Lauren wouldn't be your cup of tea at all, no?
Well, I prefer the larger lady, to be honest with you. Very simply, because I believe that the larger lady has a bigger personality, you know.
They are, Lauren, larger ladies have a bigger personality.
Yeah,
absolutely. My personality's larger than life.
Well, there you go, you know.
Well, she's fairly lively now, I'll give her that much.
Well, there you go, it speaks volumes.
So, like, what's wrong with Lauren's personality?
Yeah, what's wrong? You haven't seen me on and I am a fucking headbanger.
Well, I just think skinny girls are too much full of the ego and they're just all about themselves, you know.
Okay, what about that? And a lot of people think that, Lauren, that girls like you...
I don't enjoy myself and let me hair down.
No, but girls like you are all so into yourself. You're so up your own arse.
See, that's just stereotypical. I'm not one of those.
You're not one of them.
No.
Even though the most important part of your holiday to Ibiza in the summer is that you look well.
Yeah.
But it's not, you know, personality doesn't come with appearance, you know.
I will let rip in Ibiza. Oh, definitely. I'll let rip in Ibiza.
Well,
I'll be even skinnier coming home.
Well, each to their own, I suppose. But you know, the larger lady, I feel basically have
that's your own.
Have a lot more personality than the skinny girl, you know, because they're more so full of confidence.
No, I have all the confidence in the world.
You know?
No, I know I look good. If I was that girl, Jessie, going around the size 16, I'd fucking slice me throat.
Well, there's nothing wrong looking like being skinny and looking good, you know. But there's nothing wrong with it either with a big girl looking good.
Do you think cellulite looks well? Do you think cellulite looks well?
Well, each to their own, I suppose.
Well, now, in fairness, Lauren, cellulite can happen to any woman. It's nothing to do with weight.
No, you'd see cellulite more on a big girl.
I hope it doesn't happen to you then. A couple of years now, Lauren, you could be riddled with it.
Not it, Jeremy.
I'll just go on a surgeon's table and get rid of it.
But it's not that easy to get rid of.
No.
All right, let me just squeeze in one last call. John, you're on FM104. How are you, John?
How are you, Adrian? All right.
Now, what did you want to say to Lauren?
I just think she's a sap. She's obviously thick as shite. Like,
so are you. So are you. That's your opinion.
Oh, yeah. You sound like a little rodent. Like, a real woman has curves. I'd say you're like a little boy, yeah.
I'm not going on like a little boy.
Oh, like a little boy. I'd say you have a body like a little boy. Men don't like that. Real men don't like that. That's all in your mind, love, because you're obviously thick. That's what's wrong with girls like that are dieting all the time. It's on your mind. You think, I'll get skinny and all the lads will like me. But I'm afraid, love, you're just being thick. It's time to fucking grow up. Excuse me, language, Adrian.
There you go, Lauren. It's time to grow up.
Well, like, I have grown up. Like, I used to be a size 12. Jesus, it was the worst time of my life.
Really? Was that size 12 was enough to have you upset?
Oh, it was horrible. Like, I had like lumps and bumps everywhere.
All right. Well, look, enjoy your holiday in Ibiza, Lauren, if there's anything left of you.
Wait. I'll send in a few pictures if you want.
When are you going?
The 23rd of July.
23rd of July.
Yeah.
All right, make sure you send us some pictures, yeah?
Yeah, no problem.
Just to see how good you look on your holiday in Ibiza.
I will, no problem.
Thanks, Lauren.
Bye.
A couple of your texts before we wrap this up. Adrian, it works both ways. Women expect men to look like the fools on that Geordie shore, says Patrick in Kildare. That girl who's dieting for a holiday, can she not just do this for herself? Real men don't want bony women, says Susie. And one last one. I'm so annoyed at this topic. I'm a size 14. I have a fab pair of legs and a small bum. I am no way near a whale or a hippo. I'm an air hostess and look after myself very well. All right, thank you very much indeed for all of your calls, comments, texts and opinions. This is Adrian with FM104's Phone Show.